good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're seeing this video. The energy was feeling kind of calm and like the spirits were receptive to give us any messages. So let's just cut the deck and see what messages Spirit has for you. It's funny because when I did just cut the deck, like the 10 of Wands literally just fell out. So immediately, I also feel like it's also Friday at the time of filming this video, but like you can put the burden down. That's what I'm hearing. Like you can literally just put the burden down. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck is the Happy Squirrel, which is the bonus card, and this one's basically like, yes, I got it all. I got the golden ticket. I feel like, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But I think the thing is, and again, because this is from the bottom of the deck, there's this overwhelming sense of lack that you are trying to overcome, whether it's a story that you've been telling or it's just your personal experiences where you just always somehow feel like you never have enough. That's kind of like what's weighing on you. It's like, well, how do I get my bag, right, without burning myself the fuck out? Okay, because that was the 10 of Swords was right there. But what's really interesting is that the card underneath there was the Judgment card, which Spirit is saying that if you have really been doing the work to clear these old stories, clearing your money contracts, clearing your karmic lessons, then what you're wanting is inevitable, which is a good thing. I don't know why the bottom of the deck is telling this whole story. So let me do this story first and then I can shuffle and actually pull. But then there's the Sun, the Magician, and the Two of Cups. Oh my God. So here's what this means. So again, if you've been doing the work, you're going to get everything that you want. And then you're like, where's the receipts? Like, prove it, right? I'll see it when I believe it, which trust me, I totally understand your frustrations because it's been a drought for you and you've been in the void for so long. And it's like, I feel like it's been like 2 years, 3 years, but honestly, like, I think for some of you, because again, this is collective, not specific, take what resonates, leave the rest. But it's kind of like you have been busting your ass to do the right thing. You've got a good heart, you've got good morals and values, you're kind, you're loving, and you're also like a really hard worker. And you're just like, I've done all of the work with the 10 of Wands. I have like exhausted myself mentally. Like I just don't know what to choose next at this point because like I feel like I have no options left because I've done everything. I've done everything you've told me to. Why aren't you giving me what I want? Like this is fucking annoying. And so, not annoying, devastating. And so with the Sun card coming out, this is like Spirit saying, okay, so I think the one thing, I don't want to say that you haven't tried because you have tried it, but it's like, this is about really stepping forward and really speaking your truth, whether it's harsh, whether it's a controversial opinion, whether it's even the same drum that you've been beating, but now you're not going to settle. Like now you're like, okay, I've tried to do it your way. It's not working. This is what I want. And this is like and this is why, right? And get up on your soapbox because the reality of the situation is with the Magician here. I love this Magician card. So cute. This Magician here is like, you have all the tools. You've actually worked this hard in order to accumulate your talents and gifts and like mastering the amount of knowledge required to build the epic thing that is going to get your bag. And when I say your bag, I'm not talking about a Birkin. I'm just saying whatever that goalpost is for you that equates to financial freedom and your HEA, aka your happily ever after, right? So it's like, I'm going to just focus even specifically on like business and money and being financially sovereign and free. But like, if you want to be able to have just this massive harvest always coming in, you never have to worry about money. Even when you go to the grocery store, like, even though prices are skyrocketing with food, you're just like, oh yeah, I've got you. Like, no worries, right? Like you're overflowing with money. and doing what you love. I think that's the thing. It's like, you know that there's 10, 100,000 ways to make money. It's not like money is hard to come by in that sense. It's just more so like, they're not anything that you were truly born to do, that you were destined to do. And that's really honestly the problem here, right? So with the Magician card, what I'm getting is the fact that you actually have all these tools. You even have like a little bit of resources with this coin. So if you did need to buy like that one thing that was going to help you, like whether it was a virtual assistant or whether it's like a repurposing program or whatever, so that you just make the video once and then it automatically slices it into short clips that you could post on Instagram stories or TikTok or YouTube shorts or wherever it is that you're promoting, right? You have the ability to do that. And, you know, another thing is with your emotions, right? This cup is actually here and it's upright, it's empty, or you can fill it. So it's like you have a vessel, you have the capacity to receive the money, right? It's just that you need to, and you have like the sword. So if any enemies come, you can be like, Kaka, get the fuck out, because I have boundaries now and I'm not going to let you like take advantage of me. It's the wand. And it's your belief in yourself. That's what I'm really getting. Wow, this is like a lot for this one card, but like, okay, this is easier. So you're holding this wand and you've got this infinity head, right? So basically you're sitting here like, you're doubting yourself. And it's valid after everything that you've gone through. It makes sense as to why you're doubting yourself. But Spirit's like, you don't need to doubt yourself, because you have, in a way, needed to go through all of these trials to understand what was broken in the system, to understand what people really need, to understand exactly how your talents and gifts can actually be a solution to like fix this broken ass shit. Does that make any sense? Bitch, I don't know what the fuck is up with the bottom of this deck. Okay. So anyway, then this brings us to the Two of Cups, okay? And then wish is fulfilled with the Nine of Cups. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I swear, I will try and shuffle and do another thing, but like, good God, this is like such a strong message. So with the Two of Cups, divine partnerships are coming in, all right? I'm sensing that if you are looking, or you are longing, or you're like, I am not settling until I find the one, this card is basically confirmation that you don't need to go out on Hinge. You don't need to go out on, you know, Tinder or whatever. You don't need to do Bumble. You don't need to do like all of these different things, meet through friends in order to find your person. When you are in your element, wielding your magic, doing what you came here to do as a spiritual being, this person is going to come. And I'm hearing like for some of you, it's going to come through your work. So it's not like you're going to have to go out and find them. They are in a way going to find you, or like your paths are going to cross. So whether they are going to be working with you on creating the thing that you were destined to create, that's the solution to help the collective, or whether it's at like a convention. I don't know why conventions felt really strong. It's like a convention. So it's not just a networking event. It's sort of like maybe you're what the fuck just happened? Oh my God. My glasses just broke. What is that sign? I feel like that's a sign. Hold on. Sorry, that was like freaking crazy. Do you see how like that broke when I was like that? So I think a message that Spirit wanted to like also tell you, and it's on the left side. So, I feel like it's a little bit like whatever pressure you've been putting on yourself, or like it's never going to happen. It's like that's like finally breaking. And so you're going, and especially on the left eye, you're going to be able to see them out of the corner of your eye. Your intuition is going to be able to recognize them. Your soul is going to be able to recognize them. So like, don't worry about like, I don't want to say it has to be this picture perfect thing, but I feel like it's better than what you imagined, because like, it's almost like your frames can't even hold on to the enormity, the magnitude of how epic it's going to be when you meet this person and you don't believe it anymore, which totally valid. We can get to that in another video. But like basically like that's crazy. These are just my blue light blocking glasses, but like okay, so anyway, I'm going to put those down. Let me get back to this because that leads to your wishes being fulfilled. Okay. So, I guess the leading up to that is like, I know you keep on hearing it's going to be better than you imagined, but you don't see that because you've been in the void. You've been in like the deconstruction phase and everything feels like shit and like valid because like that, going through the void is no joke. And even the aftershocks and the aftermath of it and having to rebuild yourself. Right. But I don't want to say it's about rebuilding an old story because I hate that Abraham Hicks like vernacular. Like I just don't like the way that it's told. But I think it's more so like you finally realize that you've had enough. That's what I'm hearing. It's like you're now no longer tolerating things that you used to, like all of this. I think this is basically how you feel. And it oscillates. I'm seeing like there's days when you're like, oh, bet I'm like a badass. I know I'm going to get my bag. I'm like, you know, doing what I love, blah, 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 blah. And then there's like the next day, like, and then good things happen. And then the next day, this shit comes up where you're like, you feel poor, you feel left out, you feel left behind, you're tired as fuck. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's not fine. You're like bed rotting. You're physically exhausted. I'm hearing a lot of physically exhausting. Your body's freaking out on you. You may be going through a lot of hormonal changes, but it's not just only hormonal changes. It's like the stress is causing your liver to freak the fuck out, which is causing your digestive shit to go sideways. Maybe you've been craving a lot of sweets, even though you know that sugar's like bad for you. And maybe you don't even really have a sweet tooth. You know what I mean? So it's like these really new random cravings, and yet you still feel like you have to be the caretaker. Yet you still have to feel like you have to be there for everyone else. Yet you still feel like you're like, what? So this really is about saying, what are you no longer available for? That is really what the universe is asking you. Because when you say, what am I no longer available for? That is the judgment that you're like being tested through right now. That's what's really coming through. Because if you continue to sit here and like not use the tools that you actually have at your disposal, right? Then like it, I don't want to say it blocks, but like this stuff, the love, the wishes fulfillment, you know, getting your bag, getting everything, this kind of, it's not that it's put on pause, but it's like, okay, we don't want to give this to you until you have finally not allowed others to take advantage of you and feel like you have to do everything yourself. Because what I keep on getting is that this situation keeps on happening because you're not allocating your resources in the most efficient way. Like you are so caring and you have to care for other people, and that's fine and that's valid and you should be doing that. I'm not telling you that you should hoard your money for yourself and not give a fuck about anybody else. But what I'm saying is that like when your body is telling you that you need to rest, take a fucking rest. If your body is telling you that maybe you need to like not be available to be working 12 hours a day, stop working 12 hours a day. Do you see what I mean? So that's that. I'm going to shuffle the cards and actually see what comes through. Okay, so any additional messages? Because I cut the deck and get the 8 of Cups, you're walking away to something more fulfilling. And I think maybe that was the thing. Maybe society's version of how you were supposed to live your life was just not working for you, and you're now like, I'm gonna do what actually fulfills me, whether it's trending or not, whether it's popular or not, whether it's like romanticizing my life or not. Like, who gives a fuck? I just want to do what actually makes me feel good, right? Feel satisfied, feel calm, feel at peace. Notice I didn't say happy or joyful. I'm like talking about these, like, you're maturing. You're coming into a new era. Okay. Oh, Wheel of Fortune just popped out. So again, you have the opportunity right now. I feel like if you aren't already, you might want to start working with Hecate, just because she can kind of like clear the path forward. Or if you're trying to like blaze your path out of it, you might want to talk with Freya or Kali Ma. Um, that one is to help really like remove the rest of the resistance. Anyway, any of the dark divine feminine goddesses, okay? But the Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's kind of like, okay, it can go either way. Like, you can continue to have bad luck, or you can like turn the wheel of fortune on your good side. But what that really involves, though, is you saying, no, I am no longer doing this. I want to do this. Okay, what else is there? Let's see, what other, okay. So then we've also got, see, I told you, the Ten of Swords again, and the Page of Swords, right? So this is going from, I have to do everything myself. I'm burnt out. I'm tired. I can't handle this, to, you know what? There's a new way of doing things. Let's try a new mindset. Let's try a new operating system. Let's try a new way that makes you more fearless, that makes you stand your ground a little bit better and not get like this. So it's going to be about trying new things. Also, the Hierophant kind of sort of was here. So I'm also really getting that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Okay. Even though your mission may be something that like hasn't even been created yet, like you don't know of any other creator that's creating what you're creating, that's totally fine. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel on how to get there. So I feel like what you're doing is, you know, it's something that it has been like it has been done, but just not in the way that you're going to do it. Like, for example, you want to like, you know, be an A-list celebrity actor. I'm just going to say this just like as an example, right? But you don't want to do it Hollywood's way, right? So then it's like, yeah, but there are people who are like self-producing, creating their own companies, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. There are alternative ways to get what you want, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So this is about also sticking to your integrity and your morals and values, and making sure that like when you are going after what it is that you want, whatever that is, right? Whether it's creating the new world order, whether it's using your healing gifts, or like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you have the ability to do it as long as you stick to your integrity. Okay, there's like one more card in here. One more card. Okay. The Queen of Swords. So this is about, again, there's so many swords in here. So it's like master your mindset, right? The Queen of Swords is interesting because she's very cold and calculating, and sometimes that can like kind of turn people off because it seems like she doesn't have compassion. But it's not that you lose your empathy, it's that you are wielding your resources smarter. This is really, to me, always a card that feels like work smarter, not harder. Learn how to leverage your time and your efforts. Okay, go Google it, go YouTube University it. You need to start learning how to leverage your time, your efforts, and your resources. When you do this, all of the abundance is going to come. Things are going to fall into place. Do it one step at a time and you're going to be fine. All right. Like and follow and subscribe for more. And of course, comment below and tell me what resonated the most. You've got this. I love you.